Well, good morning, everybody. It's a great day to be in Austin, Texas, and I want to thank everyone for being here as we kick off the spring festival season in Austin. Of course, we're very, very excited to welcome South by Southwest, the festival that has made Austin famous across the globe. South by Southwest is back to our city, and it'll be back in our city in full force, along with all the thought leaders and trailblazers in education, music, technology, film, and television. This iconic conference and festival draws here year after year. We all know that we live in a special place where ideas that make a difference are conceived and launched, and where creativity is fostered and flourishes. We're very proud of our reputation as an incubator for all of these things, and we welcome the thousands and thousands of folks that are coming here to experience it. But beyond South by Southwest, which starts in just a few days, we have several spring festivals and some major sporting events throughout this spring festival season. That includes Rodeo Austin, Dell Match Play World Golf Championship, and the ABC Kite Festival at Zilker Park, just to name a couple. As we welcome all these visitors and we plan for these events that add to the vibrancy of our city and bolster our economy, we recognize it puts an added strain on city resources. Traffic congestion increases, and there are potential travel delays that these large events can create. And there's a need for heightened vigilance when it comes to safety and security. Austin is prepared, and we ask for the patience and partnerships of our residents as we navigate the byproduct of these wonderful festivals and these tremendous events that bring with them. Today, you're going to hear from the Austin Center for Events, the Austin Police Department, Austin Transportation Department, and Capital Metro as they share more details of our planning and our preparation for this spring festival season. We also have representatives from several departments available to answer any questions that you might have as well. So now I'll turn it over to Bryden Summers with Austin Center for Events. But it's a great day to be in Austin, Texas, in part because Austin, Texas draws the world here. It's such a special place. Bryden?
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, I'm Bryden Summers, Consumer Services Manager with the Austin Center for Events with the Development Services Department. We focus on ensuring that special events are held safely here in Austin. This year, we've received a total of 140 permit applications for events over the next 2 weeks, an increase of 20% over 2022. We've worked with event organizers for months to ensure these events could be held safely. This takes the partnership of multiple city departments that make up the Austin Center for Events, and some of those include Austin Public Health, Police Department, Transportation Department, Resource Recovery, Parks and Recreation Department, Austin Travis County Emergency Medical Services, the Fire Department, Development Services, Code Department, and Homeland and Security Emergency Management. Additionally, when welcoming large citywide events like South by Southwest, ACE works closely with agencies such as Capital Metro, Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission, and Austin Bergstrom International Airport. During Spring Festival season, we will activate Public Assembly Code Enforcement Teams. These PACE teams, as we call them, consist of staff from several departments that will navigate the city, performing inspections to ensure approved safety standards and permitting requirements are being met. We encourage all visitors and Austinites to follow the hashtag SpringFestATX on Facebook and Twitter, and for news and updates from the city throughout the festival. I'll now turn it over to Assistant Chief Jeff Greenwalt with the Austin Police Department. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for being here. My name is Jeff Greenwalt. I'm an Assistant Chief with the Austin Police Department. We're glad that you're here today to talk about safety in Austin during the South by Southwest Festival. I want to say that it's important to the Austin Police Department that people can enjoy all of the benefits that South by Southwest has to offer, but we ask that people do so in a responsible and safe manner. First and foremost, I want to just address probably the elephant in the room question and the most important aspect of safety during South by Southwest, and that's the staffing for the Austin Police Department and the 911 call takers and the dispatchers. This is an all-hands-on-deck situation for the Austin Police Department. While we have staffing issues on an ongoing basis throughout the year, singular events, even though they're a week or 2 weeks long, we're all hands on deck. Our special events unit has done an amazing job of rallying the troops, offering overtime opportunities for people to sign up so that we can make sure that we have enough police officers to man the different events that are going to be available this week. Same thing is happening in our 911 call center. We have dispatchers that are being afforded the opportunities to come in on an overtime basis, and our dispatchers as well, to make sure that we can be there in person and to answer the call and to dispatch the officers that you guys might need when the situation were to happen. While we talk about 911, I also want to briefly just comment on the difference between 911 and 311 and online reporting, because for a lot of people that gets a little blurry and confusing. Anytime somebody is witnessing or involved in a crime that's ongoing, or there's a threat to anybody's safety, and it is happening right now, we want you to call 911 without hesitation. Just call 911 and we will dispatch an officer to that situation. If you're talking about a crime that's already occurred and there's no longer a safety issue, 311 or ireportaustin.com are ways that you can report that crime to us so that we can make sure that we have that in our records database, but it doesn't need a 911 response. There will be a lot of barricades and closed streets downtown, in and around the downtown area for the entire week of South by Southwest. We ask that people are mindful of the signage that they might see for these barricaded streets, and that they comply with any signs or barricades that they might see. There are interactive maps of road closures that'll show you in real time where the road closures are, so we recommend that you go to Google Maps or Waze and just check those internet sites out so that you know what's available in terms of getting around in and around the downtown area. The Austin Transportation Department is working very closely with the Austin Police Department to have extra officers on hand during rush hour to get people in and out of the area as needed, and we're available to help when that happens. Please be patient. I know Mayor Watson mentioned that earlier, but be patient when it comes to traffic. If you see an ongoing traffic hazard or a dangerous situation, like I said, call 911, or if it's in the past, call 311. We do encourage people to utilize bicycles or ride share or public transportation when available. Keep in mind, with the increased pedestrians that'll be in the area, it does create a safety hazard. So as you're driving around the Austin area, be mindful that there'll be extra pedestrians, and that poses a safety hazard. So please be slow driving and be careful with that. A lot of parking areas have been displaced, and there are extra parking. There are extra places in the downtown area where you cannot park. So there's going to be permanent signage up, and there'll be temporary signage up, so please be mindful. A lot of the neighborhoods in and around the area also have temporary permitting that's required in order to park there, so look around to make sure that you're parking in a legally parked space and that you don't get towed. TABC, who's here today to answer any questions if you have it, will be working very closely with the Austin Police Department to create enforcement teams to look proactively for minor in possession of alcohol, as well as anybody who's so intoxicated in public that they pose a danger to themselves or others, so that we can get those people handled and safe as quickly as possible. Please drink responsibly throughout this event and have a safe plan to get home. We do have a no refusal initiative throughout the entire week, so if somebody's arrested for DWI, we will be taking a blood draw to use that as evidence against them, so please plan accordingly and do not be behind the wheel of a car if you're intoxicated. We do have e-scooters available in the downtown area. Please know that all the same rules apply for bicycles and cars as they do for e-scooters. There are a lot of injuries that happen on e-scooters, especially when people are intoxicated. Please, if you're drinking, don't use the e-scooters. You can be arrested for DWI, just the same as behind the wheel of a vehicle. So find alternative method of transportation that's safer for you. Unfortunately, anytime there's a large event or festival, human trafficking does occur. We want people to know that that happens. Our human trafficking unit is working very, very proactively to identify and disrupt this activity. We have resources at the Austin Police Department for victims of human trafficking as we identify them. And there's also additional information if anybody's interested to go to the Attorney General's website and look for that information as well. The DEA is working very closely with our organized crime unit to identify and disrupt any sort of illegal activity that might be happening. Our overdoses that might occur, where we can find and charge the supplier of fentanyl or non-fentanyl narcotics related overdoses, is going to be occurring. So please know that if there's an overdose that occurs in Austin, if there's somebody who was reckless or negligent in the manner in which they dispersed or sold or distributed narcotics, that we will actively be looking for those people and holding them accountable. We also have a very targeted enforcement effort as it relates to violent behavior and gun crimes in the downtown area. Our organized crime division is going to be working both in uniform and in plain clothes to identify people who are carrying guns in an illegal capacity and trying to arrest those people and seize those guns before they're used in a violent crime. We want everybody to know that our community is our eyes and our ears. We want you to say something. If you see something, call 911 or 311. If you see something suspicious, we have a lot of opportunities to get you home safely and to keep everybody safe, so please take advantage of those. I'll be around for questions if you have it afterwards, and I'm going to turn it over now to Jim Dale with the Austin Transportation Department.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, I'm Jim Dale. I'm Assistant Director for the Austin Transportation Department. Just want to start off by saying, we're excited this time of year. There's a lot going on in Austin with South by Southwest. Come on down, enjoy what Austin has to offer, as well as the many businesses that we have downtown. I'm going to cover 3 things today, just road closures, travel options, as well as ways to get home safely when you've been drinking. All right, in terms of road closures, over the next 2 weeks, it's going to be a really busy time for Austin. As the Chief had mentioned, there's going to be road closures and detours. Also, as the Chief mentioned, please take that extra time to get to where you're going, especially if it's downtown Austin, and please be patient. So road closures are going to start this Friday at 3 a.m. They'll go through Sunday of the following week. Most closures will be daily closures, so about from 2 p.m. till 3 a.m. is when those closures will be starting. Also, we will adapt. If we see issues with safety and working with Austin Police Department, when we see any issues, we may close a street that we didn't plan on closing. We may start that closure early, we may extend it longer, but we're looking out for the safety of the people that are coming to the event. An important change that I wanted to mention is that 5th Street, starting this Friday night at about 3 a.m., is going to be converted to one-way eastbound between Brazos and I-35. So that is one of our bigger changes that's happening this year with South by Southwest. We have a map available. It's on our website at austintexas.gov, Spring Festival ATX, that will tell you about the road closures. You can also go to that website to learn about travel options. If you are going to the festival, we really encourage you to take advantage of all the travel options that Austin has to offer, whether it's biking, walking, our Metro bikes, Capital Metro, which you'll hear about here from in a little bit, ride shares, the scooters, and just taking your time as you're getting around. Matter of fact, last year was one of our busiest days for scooter use. We had almost 40,000 trips on that second Saturday of South by. We typically have 10,000, so it's like 4 times more busy. So if you are taking a scooter, we ask that you make sure to park it where you're not blocking the sidewalk or access to a building. We want everyone to be able to enjoy South by and be able to get around. All right, finally, drinking. If you will be drinking, if you're driving and will be drinking, please make a plan ahead of time. There are many options to get home safe. Some of those I've already mentioned. A program that ATD has is a Get Home Safe program. So if you're driving a car and decide to drink, please make the responsible choice to leave your car and take that safe ride home. That safe ride home could be Uber, could be transit. If you get a parking ticket, so you've driven here, if you get a parking ticket, you may be eligible to have that ticket waived. Just save the receipt for your safe ride home, then go to austintexas.gov, get home safe, austintexas.gov, get home safe, to get more information on your eligibility to get the ticket waived. All right, in closing, we look forward to everyone having a great time at South by. Please take that extra time to get around if you're coming to downtown. Consider taking any one of the available travel options to get here. And if you drink, please find a safe ride home. We don't want you walking, we don't want you biking, we don't want you driving. We want someone else to be able to take you home. We want you to be here next year for this event. Thank you. And now I'm going to turn it over to one of our partners that we work with just about on a daily basis, Capital Metro and Sam Alexander, who's the Executive Vice President over Experience and Engagement.
Thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
Good morning. As Jim said, Sam Alexander, EVP Experience and Engagement for Capital Metro. Also your safe ride home. Cap Metro is fully prepared for the influx of people coming into town for South by, for spring break, for the other events happening in the region. We really encourage our visitors and our community alike to look at alternative travel options, especially during the busy time. Take a look at our bus options. We will have rail and Metro bike options as well. Speaking of Metro Rail, we are going to add extended service for South by Southwest. That extended service on Friday and Saturday, the Metro Rail will run until about 2:30 a.m. During the week, it'll run until about 12:30 a.m. We are also adding service on Sunday, March 12th until 12:30 a.m. Go ahead and check out our website. The full schedule for the extended rail is on the Cap Metro website. Metro Bike, you've heard a lot about taking bikes in and around downtown. If you see those kiosks, those are our Metro bikes. Our team has acquired more than 170 additional batteries to power those Metro bikes. They've been deployed, so we have extra batteries out in the field. We will also have 3 valets for Metro Bike during South by Southwest. So those locations are the Driscoll, Waterloo Greenway, and 4th and Trinity. Metro Bike and Metro Rail, we expect to be really busy. So check out the bus options. You can see the schedule online, but also if you need help navigating the transit system, maybe it's your first time using it, maybe it's been a minute. We will have team members downtown at our downtown station. You'll see us in our Cap Metro shirts. You might see a tent out there. Come talk to us. We can help you figure out the app, map your trip. We'll be there to help throughout the festival. And to get real-time information about Cap Metro services, sign up for Metro Alerts. You can get individualized text messages about either the route you use the most or generally about the system. With that, I'm going to ask Bryden to come back up and handle some question and answers.
All right. Thanks everyone for your remarks. We have city staff from several departments here, so we will go ahead and open it up for questions.
I'll ask a question for the assistant chief. Obviously, as you said, the elephant in the room is kind of the staffing levels, and this is something that's getting national attention. I feel like when we get to spring festival season, it's kind of a lot of eyes are going to be on Austin. What's the level of concern you see for incidents arising, crime happening over the next couple of weeks? And we do see slower response times like we saw with the street takeovers, 911 dispatchers being flooded. What's the level of concern from your department?
Anytime we have a large event where there's a lot of people, we're going to have a lot of officers there to keep it safe. That happens on Friday, Saturday nights on 6th Street every weekend. We have ACL, we have South by Southwest, we have UT home games, we have FC games. There's just a long list of events that we staff extra for, as opposed to any just regular day of the week. So I think that this is not uncharted territory. With or without the staffing problem, we're all hands on deck. The same number of positions that we need to keep South by Southwest safe is the same this year as it was last year, and we have those positions filled.
Is there, with all hands on deck, is there going to be an adequate response to, say, other problems unrelated to South by Southwest?
Good question.
Festival?
Good question. We have a minimum staffing level that we don't take away from on patrol, and then we have detectives backfilling whenever those levels fall below minimum. We have detectives that backfill it. That has to take away from their investigative duties in order to backfill patrol to make sure we have enough people on the street.
With the
Sure.
shortages in the 911 call staffing center, is there anything being done to be able to handle that high call volume if something were to happen this weekend?
Yeah, we're staffing to 100%. Every seat in the 911 call center is going to be staffed through overtime opportunities. So we'll have the people there.
I was going to say with South by Southwest, it's being more spread out than maybe ACL area.
I'm having trouble hearing you. If you speak up, I'll be able to hear you.
With the street racing, the street takeover that took place just over here, I know that's kind of in central Austin. It took about 20 minutes for a response. A lot of people were having trouble getting through. Could we see something like that, or will there be more focus towards, the city center?
If I follow your question, if you're asking about 911 response times in regards to a large public event, anytime there's a number of 911 calls at the same time, that might create a queue, so to speak. But we have enough call takers in the seats to get through that queue.
I believe on that weekend, I think there was maybe 16, and then it got down to 7 callers when the influx of the street takeover was. So I guess for South by Southwest, how many 911 operators will you have going that night?
16 is full staffing.
Chief, you might want to explain that when the first call happens and there's a dispatch, there's some idea on that.
In regards to the first caller.
All right. Can I take some other questions?
I was going to say, for the Mayor Watson here, just in terms of your first, term
a while back to now? What's changed with South by Southwest? You know, these events. I mean, what's it been like for you to see the change in Austin?
Well, South by Southwest, from the first time I was mayor to now, has gone from highly successful to mega successful, and it's grown, and it's more of a worldwide event than it was back 25 years ago. That's good for Austin. Austin is seen as a focal point in a worldwide economy and a place that people want to be. So we went from a very successful event to one now that is an international event.
As far as any concerns from you, do you have any? I know it's a big economic boost for the city, but with growing, there comes some pain.
Well, but we're preparing for that, and that's the key. That's the key. This is not something we have never experienced. We have experience with it, and what you have heard is across the board. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it, so that we can afford people the events that they want to have and protect their quality of life.
For the local Austinites, there's going to be a lot of people coming in. What do you tell them about safety this weekend?
Well, first, what I say to them is we ought to be the folks that welcome the world to our doorstep. We all know what a special place this is, and we're inviting others to be a part of all that. People are going to need to be patient because it is a big event. Patient with all of these festivals that we have, but South by Southwest is kind of in a category of its own. And as I've said, there's been a lot of preparation go into this, everything from transportation to policing, so that we can make sure that Austin stays the place that we love.
I have a couple of questions. I don't know who is the better person to talk about this between Cat Metro and the Department of Transportation. With the start of Austin FC, we obviously saw some problems with the transportation that was available before the season opener. I figured, but I didn't know if you were ready to answer questions. We saw
Absolutely.
those lapses, and obviously that was a little bit unpredictable. There was an accident that had happened, but is there a concern at all about response times to addressing any problems like that should happen over the next couple of weeks?
No, absolutely not. As you mentioned, that was a one-off situation that we had the night before. We're really proud of the rail team that worked through the night all day Saturday to be able to provide service all the way through the line from Leander to downtown. So no, that was a one-off situation. We have been in constant communication with the customers that were affected by that. And we're a very nimble organization. We hear feedback from the community. We were able to make adjustments. And even before this past weekend, we had a new schedule out there to handle that influx for that particular event. So no concerns at all.
And then I have one last question that I don't know who the best person is to talk about it. But,
We'll figure it out.
With this return to South by Southwest, how are we looking post-pandemic, comparatively speaking, to what 2019 numbers look like? Are we basically at where we used to be?
I think I can answer that one. So the numbers, and I gave these earlier in my remarks. So we're looking at applications received right now. We don't typically issue permits until closer to the actual event date, so we're not sure how many will be permitted. Typically, we're at about like 83% of what we receive, we permit for these 2 weeks. So from this year over last year, we've got a 20% increase. Last year, we had a decrease from 2019, so yes, I think we're feeling like we're really back, and we're excited to see so many more come in this year.
Do you have any early numbers on what the economic impact is going to look like for these local businesses?
No, I don't have that sort of data.
I got it. Thank you.
On that public health question, just any COVID concerns, sickness concerns with an influx of thousands of people coming to Austin?
Dr. Watts, would you like to take that one?
We're excited about South by Southwest. Our community has really done a great job in getting vaccinated. They know what to do when they're indoors. They know about, being in well-ventilated places like this. And we're just really excited about it, and we're going to keep monitoring and giving vaccinations to those who need it. And South by Southwest organizers have done a really good job about preparing those people that are coming to visit us. So it's going to be a great event.
Why don't you tell them all who you are?
Oh. I'm Desmar Walks. I'm the Austin and Travis County Public Health Authority and APH Medical Director. Thanks.
Who's the best person to answer this, or if you can answer this, but we've seen some of the homeless encampments growing over the past few weeks, getting larger in some of the areas that are more visible. When it comes to those encampments, have we seen more cleanups? Are there anything being done to make sure that those areas are safe for the people that are coming into town?
Does anyone want to take that one?
Well, I guess I will. Yes, we're making a concentrated effort. Part of what we're doing also is we're working to create the infrastructure so that what can occur is when someone is not available we say you can't camp there, the city says you can't camp there, there are places to go. So there's a coordinated effort to try to make to be humane and make sure that we're doing what we need to do with regard to the camping ban.
Have we seen an increase at all for South by at all?
Of the homeless population? I don't know the answer to that. I couldn't answer that right now.
All right, folks, we're going to take one more question. We're getting short on time.
Can you talk about AFD and EMS on staffing levels? Y'all are ready for this big influx of people coming?
I'm Tom Boki, Fire Marshal with AFD. Our staffing levels are good. We're going to be fully staffed, and we're actually going to up staff on the special events side for the entire week. So we feel really comfortable about where we are with staffing from Austin Fire.
Good morning, everyone. Eric Gordon, Austin Travis County EMS Special Events. Echoing what Chief Oki said, we too are at a good place with staffing. We bring on volunteers to help with the downtown spring festival season and hopes to not create any more calls on our 911 calls that are going on out there. So we bring in extra volunteer staff just to handle that.
Just a quick follow-up.
Sure.
With Town Lake, a lot of people are getting out there right now with the weather being nice. Do y'all monitor that area? I saw some drones out during ACL, just kind of watching the overall venue there. Will that be out again during South by Southwest?
Sure. So I can't speak for the other departments, but for EMS, we don't fly drones to monitor the water per se, but we do have our UAS team that works in partnership with APD and AFD just to kind of monitor the whole area.
You need teams around Rainey with the recent man that went missing, and I know that's happened in the past.
Yeah, I can't speak to what their exact mission is and where they'll be flying, but there will be teams out.
Thank you. I want to say thanks to everybody that's here, and I want to thank them for a couple of reasons. One is that they're here and ready to answer questions, but I also want to thank them for the work that they put in to making sure that Austin can host these festivals, including South by Southwest, and be a model for the rest of the world. We know our city. We know it's a great city, it's a great place to be, and we're proud of the success, not of just the city, but these festivals and South by Southwest. So I'm looking forward to people being here. I'm looking forward to what will be brought and the buzz that it will create for our small businesses that will benefit so much. So thank you all for being here, and thanks to all these people for the role that they play in making Austin a special place. Thank you.
Hi there, everybody, and thanks for being with us on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree, coming to you from the KXAN Live studio. We just heard from a number of agency leaders from across the city talking about the start of this upcoming spring festival season. Of course, South by Southwest is first up, followed by so many more, including Rodeo Austin, Dell Match Play. And over on KXAN.com, I just want to point you all to one particular article that we just had come in. So if you take a look right here on our homepage, if you go to KXAN.com, our top story is the Dell Technologies Match Play is going to leave Austin. This will be the last year that will be played here later this month. So if you want to read more about that, we've got that on KXAN.com. So please check it out whenever you can. For now, I'm Will Dupree in the KXAN Live studio. We'll see you back here at another time. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your Monday. Stay safe and healthy out there. Take care.